Good morning, students of Standard Ninth. Today we will be taking up The Happy Prince, written by Oscar Wilde, a famous Irish author. He's supposed to be a genius, and if you read his works, his short stories, his novels, you think of a topic to write, he has written them all. So he's that famous. This story, let's see how this story could be categorized. Oscar Wilde, he was born in 1854 and died in 1900. And just listen to one of his great quotes. No great artist ever sees things as they really are. If he did, he would cease to be an artist. So, artists could see qualities or features in things that ordinary people cannot. You can pick up and say, what is this? And I would say it's a potato, but an artist would come up with some other weird suggestion for it and bring that out of it. He could see how could he shape that potato. He would say, no, it's a rabbit, and he would shape it like a rabbit, the potato like a rabbit. So that's the craft of an artist. A little bit about Oscar Wilde. He was born in 1854. He died in 1900. He was Irish-born playwright, novelist, fictionist, and a poet. He has won several prizes, and there are other short stories. The name, The Picture of Dorian Gray, being one of my favorites. If you get a chance, I would recommend you go and read this one, The Picture of Dorian Gray. It's a beautiful story about an Irish family and a man named Dorian Gray. He had a painting of his which was very charming. But the more sins he committed, the painting turned ugly. And that's how the story proceeds. So it's an incredible story. You will definitely like it. Now, this story can be categorized as a fairy tale. Why is it a fairy tale? It has imaginary characters, right? And the story is far from reality. No statue could talk. No bird could. Birds and statue cannot communicate. And a small swallow, cannot work as a delivery agent. And the most important part of a fairy tale is it has a happy ending. So in every way of it, it falls under the category of a fairy tale. Now, character sketches. Let's discuss the characters of this. The major characters are the happy prince and the swallow. The minor characters are the seamstress, the little boy, the playwright, the little match girl, the beautiful angel. Now let's talk a bit about their characters. The happy prince. He was former ruler who lived happily in a palace of Sanssouci. The palace was surrounded by lofty walls so that sorrow could not enter. The happy prince did not bother how people in Sans Serif were living their lives. After his death, his statue was set up so high that he could see all the ugliness and misery of the city. Swallow was the bird who worked as a messenger for the statue of Happy Prince. When the statue donated both his eyes, Swallow stayed with him forever. He started loving the statue of the Happy Prince. Now the next important characters are the seamstress. The first poet in the story is the seamstress. She is portrayed as thin and worn-faced woman with coarse and red hands. She had a baby and he was lying ill on the bed. He had fever and was asking for oranges. His mother had nothing to give him but river water. So the child is crying. Now the playwright. The second poor is a young man whose hair is brown and crisp. His lips are red as pomegranate, and he has large and dreamy eyes. He's trying to finish a play for the director of the theater, but it was too cold to write. The fire in the grate was extinguished, and hunger made him weak. Now let's see the next characters. The little match girl. The little match girl was the third poor. She had to give her father money, or he would beat her if she went home penniless. She had mistakenly dropped all her matches in the gutter, and they were spoiled. Her father would beat her if she didn't bring home some money, and she was crying. She had no shoes or stockings, and her little head was bare. She didn't have in a cap in that cold. Now, talking about the beautiful angel finally, which took them to God. An angel was assigned with the task by God to bring two most precious things in the city. When he brought the laden hart and the dead swallow, "You have rightly chosen," said God, "the good deeds of whomsoever and whatsoever, the happy prince and the swallow, must be paid fairly by God." So these were the characters. Now let's go to the plot. How does the story proceed further? Let's see as a narration. There is a statue of Happy Prince in the middle of a really unhappy town. The swallow comes to sit on the statue's plinth. The swallow sees the Happy Prince crying and asks him why. The prince says, "There is too much sadness in the town that the swallow should take all the jewels of the statue and give them to those who need them." But then the swallow never flew away for winter and dies. Also, the greedy mayor of the town doesn't think the statue is beautiful anymore without the jewels, and orders for the statue to be melted down. But they find that the prince's lead heart won't melt, so they throw it out. This is how the plot pans out. Now let's see the theme. The basic idea of the author is to let you know that the outward beauty is nothing. It is just a show. It will go away someday. The real beauties are love and sacrifices. Love and sacrifices are two saving forces. There is great gap between the rich and poor, the ruler and the masses. That also he wanted to portray, because while the prince was alive, he never bothered about the misery of his pupils. And the final plot is, it ends in a happy ending by God loves those who love their fellow human beings. Now, implication of the story. The writer wants to tell that the outward beauty does not mean a lot. The real beauty is the person's heart, which have the deep feelings and the ability to feel the sorrow and hardship of others, just like the happy prince, that he had led a happy life, but after death, when he saw people's worries, he felt them and helped them as he could do so. The lesson we got from the story is that every person is not the same. As the happy prince is very rich and lived happily, but when he saw people's hardships, even after death, he was worried and anxious to help them at every possible way, and made it possible through a swallow, which was a great deed. So this is the implication. His beauty faded, but he was loved by God. You see, that's the main difference. Her beauty faded, but who did God appreciate? The prince and the swallow. So God loves the inner beauty, not the outer beauty. Well, that will be all. We will take up some another chapter in the next video. Till then, all of you stay safe,